What up? What up? Welcome to the Hot Button Sports Show. And today we have a video specifically for my Buc fans. The preseason is officially over. And the NFL regular season is getting ready to drop like Donda. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I'm excited about all the teams that's getting ready to get in, man. Getting ready to try to make a playoff run, playoff push, and a Super Bowl appearance. But specifically for the home team, man, stop playing. You already know what time it is on this channel. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. And we had a decent preseason, and I want to talk about it. I want to give my exam grade, and I also want to do a little recap video, talk about some highlights and what we can expect going into the regular season based off what we saw in the preseason. Let me first say, before we continue with this video, that you should consider subscribing. Subscribe, smash the like button, smash that notification bell so you can get notified the next time the Hot Button drops a video. So let's talk about the Bucs in the preseason, man. Let's first things first, let's get this out the way. The preseason matters, but it don't matter that much. Let me say that again. Yeah, the preseason matters, but it don't matter that much. It matters as it relates to, depth. I believe it adds a sense of chemistry, a sense of cohesiveness. It gives the team analysts and scouts and coaches more data, depending on what part of the country you live in, to build on, to try to flesh out a better team, to try to flesh out a practice squad. I respect the preseason, unlike some who don't respect it, but at the same time, I don't put much stock in it, unlike others who put too much stock in the preseason. So let me get that out. And then let me also say that the preseason matters, but it don't matter that much, because I believe that the Baltimore Ravens, when they came into this preseason, they hadn't lost a preseason game in like 5-6 seasons. And they ain't won nothing in the regular season. They haven't, what they made the last 6 years. Have they been to the Super Bowl? No, I don't think so. The last time they won with Ray Lewis. And yeah, man, the preseason, it matters, but it don't matter that much. Another thing is, man, I go on these chats. I'm on, Bucs Facebook page, and people just completely overreacting either to the positives or to the negatives that we see from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the preseason. So let me just go ahead and get it out. I give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a B. I give us a B. And I'm going to give you 12 reasons why. I think a B is a great grade. I think a B is an awesome grade. And I'm going to give you 12 reasons why, and also hopefully to fuel the fire and to strengthen your optimism and confidence to believe that we can at least repeat. What do you mean, at least, huh? At least repeat? Yeah, at least repeat, because I don't know about you, but I got my eyes set on 20-0, baby. Yeah, I do. And I believe that it is a real chance. But at minimum, based on what we saw in the preseason and based on what we know about the squad, with all the starters returning, yeah, we can repeat for sure. I give us a B coming out of the preseason based on what I saw in the preseason. And here are some reasons why. And here are some things that we can, some logs that we can put on the fire to continue to fan the flame for Buccaneer fever as we head into this new season. Number one, based on what we saw from the preseason, we will be healthy for week 1. And that's the biggest question that any team and any fan should be asking themselves for their football team after the preseason is over. And that is, are we healthy? We've seen teams that have not been healthy. Travis Etienne, what a major blow. And I think there's been some other major blows to squads. They did not escape the preseason injury-free. Look at your neighbor, say, we injury-free. That's huge. We are going into week 1 with no major injuries. God forbid something major, catastrophic happens between now and the start of the regular season, between now and next Thursday. That's probably not even football related. We are going to have all of our 22 starters locked and loaded and ready to play. And if you know football, if you know how the NFL works, man, that's all you can really ask for when you're entering into the regular season and you're making the exit out of the preseason. Are we healthy? And yes, we are healthy, and we're healthy at each and every position. Now, can we remain healthy? That's another video for another day, and it also remains to be seen. Number 2, the ones, the starters, based on what we saw from the Texans last Saturday, our ones, and even not just, I think even the first game, but specifically this recent game, the starters looked as sharp as you could look. Go look up the stats. Just Google it. You can look up the stats. I'm not going to waste time insulting your intelligence. You know what Brady threw for. You saw the touchdown Rojo had. You saw Godwin. You saw AB getting busy. I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about the eye test, baby. I'm talking about using what God gave you. God gave you your eyes. And when you looked at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Saturday, you looked at our starting offense, you looked at our starting defense, you were like, yeah, we're sharp. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is going to be lethal. The defense, come on, man. It's going to be one of, if not the best in the league. We look sharp. We do not look sluggish. We do not look lethargic. We don't look like we don't know what's going on. We don't look like there's a struggle with the playbook. Remember early on last year, and from the preseason and almost all the way up into the bye. No, literally all the way up to the bye week. It looked as if the whole offense, specifically Tom Brady, hadn't figured out the playbook. That they were still, trying to figure some things out. Doesn't look like that. Doesn't look like that at all. It's a totally different feel. More confident, more energized. Looks like everybody knows exactly what they're doing as far as the starters. And when we're leaving the preseason and heading into the regular season, oh my goodness, that is of supreme importance. So I was talking to somebody last weekend, and they said that, it could be an issue when you have all of your starters returning back because perhaps they figured you out. Perhaps, they put on film and they figured you out. And I said, no, that's not the case because we were still trying to figure our offense out. That's what people don't understand. We won the Super Bowl last year and we were still figuring things out. So I don't even think our offense is going to look anything like the offense did last year. And there's also some things that we saw from the preseason, specifically this preseason game this year from the Texans when we played Texans that we did not see last year. That adds another wrinkle. So we looked as sharp as a team could look as far as their stars. Number 3. The third reason and the third thing we get from this preseason and the third reason why, we should be motivated and what the Buccaneers can do this year is because of the offseason disrespect. Now, this kind of doesn't have anything to do with the preseason. It's just a thing in general. I believe that the offseason disrespect will bode well for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you mean offseason disrespect? For starters, we're not favored to win the Super Bowl. Let's start there. We're not favored to win the Super Bowl. I don't care, but I believe that Devin White, Tom Brady, Levante David, Sue, I believe Tristan Wirfs, I believe these guys kind of take that a little personal. I do. And I believe that's adding fuel to their fire. Let's start there. We're not favored. But guess who is? The team we murdered. The team we shut out. The Kansas City Chiefs. The team who had to kick 3 field goals to get any points. They're favored to somehow win the Super Bowl. Second off-season disrespect, how the hell is Fred Warner a better linebacker than Devin White. I don't give a crap if the players chose it. I don't care. I don't care if the Apostle Paul and all of the little nice little pretty angels chose it. They're wrong. There is no linebacker in football better than Devin White. And he did it on the biggest stage against who you guys say is the number one player in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, and made him look like a backup. That's what Devin White and his defense did. But Devin White somehow not the number one linebacker. And then how in the world is Patrick Mahomes the number one player? The number one player is Tom Brady. He came to a franchise. I'm sorry, Bucs. I'm gonna keep it 100. This is my team. I know my team. The Bucs sucked. We won 5 games when he came here, and the years before that we were horrible. He got here, and we're Super Bowl champs. How the hell is Tom Brady not ranked number one? So just the offseason disrespect. Oh, then on top of that, just the offseason disrespect, even in the city of Tampa. So this is what I want. Can we boycott Brandon Mall? If you live in Tampa, you know what I'm talking about. Brandon Mall, I don't know how long they had it up. I haven't been to the mall in God knows forever until I went like a week or two ago. So I don't know how long it's been up, but it shouldn't be up. They have a huge life-size poster of Patrick Mahomes the moment you walk in the mall through the food court. Are you serious? This is Tampa. Do you think they would have do you think they have something like that in freaking Massachusetts or in one of the biggest malls in Dallas? No, man. I don't know what's wrong with Tampa. And I walked through the mall. You couldn't find a Tom Brady or Levante David or a Devin White or a Mike Evans poster anywhere. So it's just everywhere. It's omnipresent. The disrespect from ESPN, the disrespect even from local people is just ridiculous. The disrespect even from the players, according to that top 100 freaking list that the players put together, is just disrespectful. But I think Tom Brady, Devin White, and company take that personal, and it's going to bode well for our team. Number 4, you know what the preseason taught us? Bruce Arians is still Bruce Arians. Bruce don't care. Super Bowl, no Super Bowl. He going to be Bruce. He going to get in your butt, okay? He got in Jalen, Darden, however you want to pronounce his last name. He got in him because he ran the wrong route. He even sat him out for a quarter. Basically, almost the rest of the first half after he ran that wrong route when Blaine Gabbert threw that interception. My brother brought that to my attention, by the way. Also, he was not hesitant to even get in some key players like Scotty Miller, saying you can't be a one-trick pony, Scotty. You can't just catch bombs. You got to be able to catch balls underneath. I didn't necessarily understand that critique. I always thought Scotty Miller had some good hands, but who knows? That's just coach being coach. And the fact that not only do we have a quarterback that's not resting on his laurels, but the fact that the official leader of our team, which is our head coach, is still fired up, is still looking for ways to get better. Oh, man, the league better watch out. Bruce Arians is still Bruce Arians. Number 5. Well, here's what we learned from the preseason. And I know some people's not going to like this, but it is what it is. I'm going to be truthful and honest. As far as the offense is concerned, okay? I'm not going to disrespect our defense like that. But as far as our offense is concerned, we're completely screwed if Tom Brady goes down. Take a couple seconds to let that sizzle. We're screwed if Tom Brady somehow goes down. And, you know, that's one of my fears. It really is. It's one of my fears. I hope it doesn't happen in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But that's one of my fears. Why are we completely screwed? Our quarterbacks suck. Okay, I know I be seeing him saying, oh, I'll take Ryan Griffin over this. I'll take Blaine Gabbert over this. Child trash like that. Our quarterbacks suck. Okay, if outside of time, if none of those quarterbacks can win us a game. None. Not Blaine, not Griffin. And I know a lot of my subscribers are Bucs fans, and naturally, a lot of Bucs fans are Gators fans. And I know you're like, oh, Cal Trask. Listen, I ain't seen it yet, buddy. He hasn't shown me anything in the preseason that lets me know that I got confidence that this dude can go out, and if he's put in the fire to start for this football team, that he can do something. No, none of them. Our offense is screwed. Our defense is so good that I think it'd be able to make us relevant. But man, oh my goodness, our offense is completely screwed. Totally, completely, without reservation, without hesitation. We as of right now, as of today, as of the time of this recording, August 31st, 2021, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do not have a quarterback for the future outside of Tom Brady. That's for doggone sure. Today. Now, that may change next year. Kyle Trask may ascend. Blaine Gabbert may be, I don't know, whatever. But as of right now, as of today, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have one quarterback on the roster, and his name is Tom Brady. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Which leads to number 6. COVID protocols scare the hell out of me. They do. For the reason that I just mentioned. So Tom can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or be around a guy who was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He can actually be in the right place, Tom Brady can, and just around a guy who, is one temperature check away from you got COVID, and he doesn't have COVID. Brady may not have COVID, but he was around somebody who had COVID, and based on the NFL protocol policy, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, he would have to miss a minimum of 10 days. And that could spell the difference between a game or two. And depending on if something like that happens and when it happens, could probably spell the difference between a home field advantage and not home field. It's just bad. And I'm bringing that up because the preseason was a reminder that, yeah, that could happen with Sue. Sue couldn't play in the game on this previous preseason game because of COVID protocols, and COVID protocols really do frighten me because they're so unpredictable. Number 7, I talked about how, people saying, oh, you got the 22 coming back, they're figuring you out, blase, 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 blase. First of all, my response to that is Tom Brady has been playing in the NFL for 20 plus years and nobody has figured him out. So whatever. But anyway, talk about figuring something out. Have we seen Chris Godwin in the slot? If you didn't, we saw him on Saturday, and Chris Godwin in the slot is nightmarish. Chris Godwin in the slot is an absolute nightmare. What are you going to do? You have to double someone. I'm used to seeing AB in the slot, who we're getting ready to talk about. But you put Chris in the slot, or I'm used to seeing Scotty in the slot. You put Chris in the slot, oh my gosh. Put a linebacker on Chris Godwin if you want to. Put a linebacker on Chris Godwin. I dare you. I double dog dare you to put a linebacker on Chris Godwin. You want to know why that's dangerous? That's dangerous because Scotty Miller can burn any linebacker. But he can't run any linebacker over. He can't stiff arm any linebacker. He's not going to be able to break a tackle from a linebacker. Antonio Brown can burn any linebacker in the league. But he can't stiff arm a linebacker. He's not going to break a tackle from a linebacker. That's not happening. But Chris Godwin? Oh, Chris Godwin stiff armed the daylights out of a linebacker. Chris Godwin can break some linebacker tackles. Chris Godwin is going to be an absolute monster, an absolute beast in the slot. And that's going to spell nightmares because who do you double? You better double Mike Evans. Because if you don't double Mike Evans, we're going to score in 3-4 plays because, that's like Big Shot Bobby. And which leads me to number 8, and that's you probably better double Antonio Brown too. Here's the defense is not going to have enough players to go around to stop our offense. That's just going to be the truth. And number 8, the 8th thing we get from this preseason is that the TB12 method has put Antonio Brown in a time machine. Yeah. The TB12 method has put Antonio Brown in the time machine. If you follow his Instagram, if you're just on social media at all, you know that AB's working with Tom Brady, TB12 method, pliability, however you want to pronounce it, you know, the little bands and things like that. And he looks fast. He looks quick. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. From what I've seen in practice, from what I've seen through training camp, from what I've seen in the preseason, I don't see any difference between Antonio Brown today than Antonio Brown his last few years in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. And his last few years, or should I say every year, in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, he was the best wide receiver in all of football, baby. And the TB12 method, shout out to Tom Brady, has definitely put Antonio Brown in time machine. He looks good. He looks crisp. He looks sharp. And he's a beast on Madden 22 as well. Number 9. Based on what we've seen from the preseason, based on what we know going into the regular season, here's my prediction. I predict that the Buccaneers backfield will have 2,000 rushing yards. Yep. Now, I'm not going to talk about what Brady. Some say Brady throw for 6K. I can see that too. But I believe people are going to come out. They're going to be peeling their ears back. They're going to be so focused on stopping the pass. They're going to forget about Giovanni Bernard. They're going to forget about Leonard Fournette. And they're going to forget about Ronald Jones. And I believe those three are going to combine for close to 2,000 yards. And if we got plans on winning, 14, 15, 16, 17 games in this regular season, that's the kind of production we're going to need from our backfield. We don't need Tom Brady throwing the ball 40 times. We don't. I like to see Tom Brady throwing the ball anywhere between 24 to 29 times a game. Okay? And the rest, let's pound it. The rest, let's ground and pound. I don't want Tom Brady throwing nowhere over 30 times a game. And I believe this is going to put us in prime position for our running backs to have a lights out year and for us to get that 1,000-yard rusher. Number 10, O.J. Howard is our wild card. Now, we saw in the preseason, we saw O.J. running with the ones. We saw him running with the twos. We even saw him running with the threes. I think they're still trying to, figure him out, plug him in with the offense. We saw what he could do with the offense in the last season. But, man, if O.J. Howard is O.J. Howard, he is the wild card. O.J. Howard takes this team. When O.J. is O.J., he takes this team to another level. His talent and his ability is completely off the Richter scale. When he's on the field, he demands attention. When he's on the field, now you talk about he can blow past linebackers. He can run over linebackers. He can blow past defensive backs. He can run over defensive backs. He is an absolute beast. He is book it, Danny, book it. O.J. Howard will be our wild card player. He is our wild card. He's like what I call our ace in the hole. Number 11, not only is O.J. Howard our wild card, but Todd Bowles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is the anchor of the ship. That's the anchor. They're the anchor. They keep us together. They keep us solid, man. They make us who we are. Don't get it twisted. Tom Brady is the captain of the ship. But Devin White, Todd Bowles, that defense, Levante David, that D-line, that front seven, them grave diggers, that defensive backs, the defense, they are the anchor of the ship. And if they ain't there, then we capsize, we tip over. It's a wrap. It's over. Finito. Hasta la vista. Cancel Christmas. Don't get it twisted. We get excited about the offense because it's sexy. It's what we see highlights on. It's what we pay money to go see the games for. But don't get it twisted, baby. This defense is the heart and soul of this football team. Don't forget, Tom Brady didn't shut out the Kansas City Chiefs. The Buccaneers defense did. Todd Bowles did. That's the anchor. And going into the regular season, that's what we have to rest, rely, and depend on. And also, don't get in your feelings. We're going to be a bend, but don't break defense. The way we play defense, we're going to give up some things underneath. The way we play defense, they're going to be able to advance the ball. But we close fast. We make adjustments, mid-series adjustments. We don't break, and we're going to make a bunch of splash plays. Man, we got so many playmakers on our defense. I'm going to tell you, we're going to lead the league in turnovers, and we're going to lead the league in defensive touchdowns. Book it. Last but not least, preseason recap. The 12th thing we discover from our football team going into the regular season is that Joe Tryon can definitely be Rookie of the Year. Joe Tryon is a freaking beast. He's an absolute monster, man. And the crazy thing is there's still things he can add to his game. And he missed a whole year of football. And it doesn't look like he missed a day. He missed a whole season of football because he opted out. And he's an absolute monster. When he's on the field, you see him. When he's on the field, you know it. He can be the defensive rookie of the year. There are going to be specific packages for him. Todd Bowles is going to figure out how to have him out there along with Devin and Levante and Sue. He's going to throw him out there. Imagine him, freaking JPP and Shaq Barrett all out on the field at the same time. It's going to be a monster. And here's why he can win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is not about who has the best stats. Defensive Rookie of the Year is about who makes the biggest impact. No, I don't think he'll have the most sacks of a rookie. I don't think he'll have the most tackles of a rookie, but I think he's going to make the biggest impact of any rookie on the defensive side of the ball in the NFL this year. Joe Tryon is going to be in the Rookie of the Year discussion. Our team is loaded. We're deep. We are stacked, and I am ecstatic, and I am excited about the football season. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about our football team from this preseason as we transition into the regular season. And specifically, y'all let me know what player impressed you the most heading into the regular season. I holla at you.